Hey there, science fans! What if the Earth stopped spinning? You might not realize it, but our planet is constantly rotating. It's like a giant top spinning in space. This rotation is what gives us day and night. The Earth spins at a speed of about 1,000 miles per hour. That's super fast. But don't worry, we don't feel it because everything around us is moving at the same speed. So what would happen if this spinning suddenly stopped? Buckle up, because things are about to get interesting. Let's imagine for a moment that the Earth suddenly stopped spinning. What would happen? The consequences would be far-reaching and dramatic, affecting every aspect of life as we know it. Well, the first thing you'd notice is that the day and night cycle would be completely messed up. Our familiar 24-hour day would be a thing of the past. Instead of a 24-hour day, one side of the Earth would be stuck in daytime for 6 months straight. Can you imagine that? The sun would never set, leading to endless days. The sun would just bake the surface, making it incredibly hot. Temperatures would soar to unbearable levels, turning vast areas into uninhabitable deserts. Meanwhile, the other side of the Earth would be plunged into 6 months of darkness. Imagine living in perpetual night with no sunlight to warm the land. Temperatures would plummet and everything would freeze over. Talk about extreme weather. The cold would be relentless, creating a frozen wasteland. It's safe to say that this sudden change would be catastrophic for life on Earth. Plants and animals would struggle to survive in these harsh conditions. But that's just the beginning. The atmosphere would be thrown into chaos, leading to violent storms and unpredictable weather patterns. The oceans would also be affected, with massive tidal waves and altered currents disrupting marine life. The very fabric of our planet's ecosystem would be torn apart, making it a struggle for any form of life to adapt and survive. The Earth, as we know it, would be a completely different place, a world of extremes and uncertainty. Remember how I said the Earth spins at over 1,000 miles per hour? Well, if it suddenly stopped, the atmosphere would still be moving at that speed. Can you say superstorm? The wind would be so powerful that it would rip across the planet, tearing up everything in its path. Buildings would crumble, trees would be uprooted, and the oceans would be whipped into a frenzy. And that's not all. The sudden change in temperature between the day and night sides of the planet would create some seriously wacky weather patterns. We're talking superstorms, mega hurricanes, and tornadoes, the likes of which we've never seen before. Hold on to your hats because things are about to get even wilder. You see, the Earth's rotation also plays a big role in how our oceans are distributed. The centrifugal force caused by the spinning pushes water towards the equator, which is why we have a bulge of water around the middle of the planet. But if the Earth stopped spinning, that bulge would disappear. Where would all that water go, you ask? Well, it would rush towards the poles, flooding coastal cities and creating two massive oceans, one in the north and one in the south. Talk about a sea change. Section 5. A change in gravity. Believe it or not, the Earth's rotation also affects gravity. This might sound surprising, but it's true. The rotation of our planet has a direct impact on the gravitational forces we experience every day. Now, I'm not talking about the kind of gravity that keeps your feet on the ground. That's the basic gravitational pull we all know and feel, but there's more to gravity than just that. I'm talking about the subtle differences in gravitational force at different points on the planet. These variations are so minute that we don't notice them in our daily lives, but they are there, influencing everything from the way we walk to the way objects fall. Because of the centrifugal force I mentioned earlier, gravity is slightly weaker at the equator than it is at the poles. This is due to the fact that the Earth bulges out slightly at the equator, making the distance from the center of the Earth to the surface greater there than at the poles. But if the Earth stopped spinning, gravity would become uniform across the planet. This means that the gravitational force would be the same no matter where you are on Earth. This might not sound like a big deal, but it would have some strange effects. For instance, the structural integrity of buildings and bridges could be compromised. Engineers design these structures with the current gravitational forces in mind, and a sudden change could lead to unexpected stress and potential failures. For example, buildings and bridges designed for the current gravitational forces might not be able to handle the change. This could lead to a need for extensive retrofitting or even complete redesigns of some structures. The implications of a change in gravity are far-reaching and complex, affecting not just our daily lives but also the very infrastructure we rely on. Section 6. Life on a stationary Earth. So far we've talked about all the crazy things that would happen if the Earth suddenly stopped spinning. But what about the long-term effects? Could life survive on a stationary Earth? The answer, my friends, is not very likely. The extreme temperatures, violent weather, and altered gravity would make it nearly impossible for most plants and animals to survive. Even if some organisms managed to adapt, they would face a whole new set of challenges. For example, without the regular cycle of day and night, many plants would struggle to photosynthesize. Section 7. Could it really happen? I know what you're thinking. Bill, this is all very interesting, but could the Earth really just stop spinning? Well, the good news is that it's incredibly unlikely. The Earth has been spinning for billions of years, and there's no force strong enough to stop it suddenly. So you can rest assured that you won't wake up one morning to find the sun frozen in the sky. However, that doesn't mean the Earth's rotation is constant. Over very long periods it can slow down or speed up slightly due to things like the gravitational pull of the moon and the movement of the Earth's core. Section 8. Fun facts about Earth's rotation. Before we wrap things up, here are a few fun facts about Earth's rotation to impress your friends. The Earth rotates on its axis once every 24 hours, which is why we have day and night. But did you know that this rotation is not constant? It actually varies slightly due to factors like the gravitational pull of the moon and the sun, as well as geological activity on Earth. Did you know that a day on Earth is actually getting slightly longer over time? This is because the Earth's rotation is gradually slowing down. Scientists estimate that a day is about 1.8 milliseconds longer than it was a century ago. This might not seem like much, but over millions of years it adds up. In fact, hundreds of millions of years ago, a day on Earth was only about 22 hours long. Scientists have been able to measure this change using ancient records and modern technology. By studying the growth rings of ancient corals and the layers of sediment in lakes, they can determine how long days were in the distant past. This fascinating research helps us understand not only the history of our planet but also the forces that shape it. The Earth's rotation is also what causes the Coriolis effect, which makes objects like airplanes and hurricanes appear to curve as they travel long distances. This effect is crucial for meteorology and aviation. For example, it helps meteorologists predict the paths of storms, and helps pilots navigate long flights. The Coriolis effect is also responsible for the rotation of large weather systems like cyclones and anticyclones. In the northern hemisphere, these systems rotate counterclockwise, while in the southern hemisphere they rotate clockwise. This is why hurricanes in the Atlantic Ocean spin in the opposite direction to cyclones in the Indian Ocean. And here's a mind-blowing thought. Because of the Earth's rotation, you're actually traveling through space at incredible speeds. At the equator, you're moving at over 1,000 miles per hour. But that's not all. The Earth itself is orbiting the Sun at about 67,000 miles per hour, and our solar system is moving through the Milky Way galaxy at an astonishing 490,000 miles per hour. So, even when you're standing still, you're actually on a high-speed journey through space. This incredible motion is a reminder of the dynamic and ever-changing nature of our planet and the universe. The next time you look up at the stars, remember that you're part of this grand cosmic dance. At the equator, you're moving at over 1,000 miles per hour. Pretty cool, huh? And that's just one of the many amazing facts about Earth's rotation. So, the next time you're with friends, you can share these fun tidbits and marvel at the wonders of our planet together. Section 9, keep on spinning. Well, there you have it, folks. The next time you look up at the sky, take a moment to appreciate the incredible force that keeps our planet spinning and makes life on Earth possible. And remember, while a sudden stop to Earth's rotation is highly unlikely, it's still a fascinating thought experiment that reminds us of the delicate balance of our planet and the importance of protecting it. Keep those curiosity gears turning, and stay curious.